For those of you who don't know, I am Becky West. I'm one of Stephen's sisters. I had very much planned to be with you all today, but we all got COVID. My son was going to come with me, and he ended up in the hospital with pneumonia. But he is doing better. He's home with the tank for a couple of weeks, recuperating, and I got over mine pretty quick, but unfortunately my father-in-law passed away, and that's something else we've dealt with. But it just didn't turn out that we could come. But I did want to be with you and share some today. I want to tell Beverly that I appreciate her getting this together, and I think it was very much needed, and I wanted to share some memories and thoughts of Stephen that I have. I remember when we picked him up, he was 4.5 and I was 8. I had been with my parents a year, and I was still having issues about that, but Stephen didn't. And when we picked him up, he was asleep, and somewhere between Richmond, Indiana, where we picked him up, and home, he woke up, and of course he wanted to know what was going on. He wasn't afraid at all. He didn't seem to be. And so Mom explained to him that he was now their son and part of our family. And he said, "Well, if I'm your son, I think you should call me son." And so pretty much that's what they called him all the time he was growing up. But I thought that was kind of funny that he said that. But anyway, the way he was about it somehow helped me to get over myself and just let myself be a part of this family. And I am very thankful for that. He helped me with that. And then that same year, the fall, they adopted Beverly, and we were the 3 kids of Raymond and Lena Coy, and we still are. Fast forward to 2015, my dad passed away, and Mom had passed away 4 years before that, and so up until that time, Stephen and I pretty much really didn't talk on the phone at all. We kept up with each other by asking Mom and Dad how each of us was, and kept up with each other that way. But after Dad passed away, we didn't have that anymore. And so he began to call me regularly, and I'll have to admit that I wasn't as faithful about it as he was. But I'm so very thankful that he was. I got to know my brother again. In our phone conversations, he would talk about how much he loved me and Beverly and his wife and his kids and his grandkids. He wasn't ashamed of it, and he talked about it all the time. And he talked about his friends he had in high school, and some of them he still kept up with. And also during that time, he reconnected with his birth family. He was able to meet his birth mother before she died, and he was thankful for that. And he knew his siblings. And I think I can speak for Beverly when I say that we were glad for him and that we encouraged him in that. And he loved them too. But he talked about his salvation and how much it meant to him. And I think that he would like me to share that it was the best thing that he could have ever done. And he knew that he had made mistakes and that he had regrets, but he knew he was a sinner saved by grace through the precious blood of Jesus. And I think that he would have loved to know that everyone he loved and cared about could know that same joy. It's absolutely the best thing you can ever do in this life. Anyway, one thing about Stephen. If he loved you, you were truly loved. And I have a verse that I want to share from 1 John 4:16. And we have known and believed that the love that God hath to us, God is love, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in him. I think this is a good verse to remember when we talk about Stephen. I'll end this by saying the same thing I used to say to him when I ended our phone conversations. Bye, hon. I love you.
Edit it.